and this is my secret LZ. Nah, just kidding. Here it is. If you can see it. So today we got a fun topic. We're going to talk about why every paramotor pilot needs a secret LZ. And this is a firm belief that I have. Everybody should have a secret LZ that nobody else knows about, or maybe just one other person. So one of the nice things about this field is there's actually a windsock in it, which I can't see it from this position, but I can feel which way the winds are going. But there's a windsock because there's also a helicopter that flies in and out of this field, which I don't see them. We're in a clear, I don't hear them on the radio. So let's get off the ground and have some fun. Well, I've got my knee cam out. It's been a while since I've done that. We're gonna head into the sun. Sorry about the glare. So everybody needs their own secret LZ. And I think that's really important because there comes a time when the LZ that you fly, most of the time, may become compromised. And we've seen it in the past. Recently, where I'm at in Ohio, 2 airports, not too far from me, just secured all paramotor operations. Now these were private airfields. They weren't federally funded. They were just, they were privately owned. So they have every authority to say no, paramotors cannot fly there. Right, so it's a very high probability that you'll lose your LZ. Now, why keep it a secret? I think that's a good question if you were wondering. The more people that fly out of an LZ that's, not your land, the better odds of somebody ruining it for everybody else. Now, I don't particularly think that anybody in my group would do something to ruin our chances of flying from this LZ, but I do believe that if it becomes too crowded, the property owners will have every right to say, no, you can't fly from here anymore. And the reason behind that with this particular LZ is because there is an air flight or a med flight helicopter that is based out of the field that I just took off from. I've spoken with the pilots, one of the pilots once before. He didn't seem too fond of me taking off, but I told him I'd be on the radio on the local channel, and I gave him a direction I was going and a rough altitude that I was going to stay in. And so I said, if you gotta go to a call and you're heading in that direction, I'll be out there. So I'll try not to do anything that would surprise you. So that's really my biggest concern with that particular LZ. So you always gotta have something. You gotta have a backup. And a related story, not too long ago in the town I live in, we flew out of a sports field. I guess I moved here not too long ago, but the people who were living there and flying there for several years, somebody finally complained, and he was high up in the local government and pretty much got everybody kicked out from flying there. So they put up signs, said you can't do it. It's pretty lame, so we don't do it. So we recently found another spot super close to my house, but we've been flying there a lot, and property owners have been pretty generous about it, but I don't want it to become a nuisance. So today, the weather's great. I figured I'd take this time to come out and fly the Secret LZ. I actually haven't flown here for quite some time. It's been, gosh, maybe 6 months, if not longer. So it's been a while, but it's a cool spot. It's this LZ is actually a pretty tough. It's a tough landing. There's only one. You maybe have a 90-degree wind window in which you can launch from. So that being said, your landing is really tight. The field's not very long, but you've got to clear some power lines on your approach, and the field starts right at the edge of the power lines. So you really got to hug them. You got to make a almost like a left base leg or a right base leg into the field on your approach, just due to you know, houses being on the other side of the power lines, and it's just tight. You got to know how to ditch a bunch of altitude on landing and not go too long. So, which will be fun on this wing because it floats for a good bit in the flare, and we don't have a whole lot of space, so it's going to be fun. And there's actually quite a bit of content I've wanted to make recently. I got this new throttle. It's the off-grid aviation throttle. I want to do a little review video on that. So far, I love it. It's really nice. I upgraded from the Polini. I got the drift air, and I've wanted to do kind of an impressions video on that as well. Again, it's been a great wing. It's totally different class than what I was flying. Let's see what else. I've been doing a lot of midday flying, a lot of thermaling. I got a 28-meter universal that I've been, I'm right at the top of the PG weight range on it. So that's been a blast, very challenging, slightly frightening, but a good time nonetheless. I got a video that I screwed up. I forgot to plug in my GoPro audio, and there were a lot of oh crap moments that happened during that flight, and unfortunately I didn't get the audio because it was just on the regular, you know, microphone on the GoPro, but the motor was off, so you can kind of hear words. But I got into a thermal that was a good, I had a good 500 foot per minute climb rate, and I got up higher than I intended to, and it got really cold. I didn't have a sweatshirt on, started to get a little panicky. Maybe I'll make a short video on that, but there's stuff in the works. Life's been busy though, so making videos often, flying often, not as much as I want. I also want to provide good content. I don't want to just make videos of me flying around, because these videos are for all you paramotor pilots, and you guys already fly around. You already do, you know, you see fairly similar stuff that I see. So I want to be able to provide content that is, you know, useful and maybe not something normal that you guys experience day to day in flying. So that's kind of an update on where I'm at, I guess, with the channel. I always want to do more, but I'm lazy and busy. Like I said, I busted out the knee cam today, and I want to do some tactical barrel rolls.
Have you heard of the Mexican balloon? Those
And I am so long. Shoo! Here we go. Hands up. Yeah, I had a little bit more room. Just a little bit. Man, carrying this guy around is easy. I've barely been flying this wing lately. I've been doing a lot of flying on that 28 meter universal, which is a lot of fun, man. Like, I never really thought I would enjoy it as much as I ended up doing it. Fortunately, my father-in-law is getting into the sport, and he got a 28 meter universal, so I took it out a couple middays and had a good time. And I was like, dude, I gotta try it out. I gotta get one. So I found one, got my hands on it. I've been loving it. It's definitely not a sports car, but when it gets in lift, man, it just goes up. She just goes up and up and up. Bad glide ratio. Sinks out pretty hard. But I got a motor, so no biggie. No biggie at all. Yeah. I got it. Well, guys, that's my LZ. My secret one. I had to come back and get the sweater. We're gonna go over, and maybe there might be a helicopter pilot outside. One of the doors was open, driver's side. So we'll cruise over there, maybe talk to them, see if they want to learn to fly paramotors. Of course they do, everybody does. Nice place out here. We'll go through the tunnel. Really hoping one of them would come out. Maybe chat. Really want to throw the GoPro through the tunnel. I wouldn't make it. Check it out.